Greetings, everybody. It's Strat-O-Matic, 1969 baseball, and we're getting started early here today. Third of a four-game series, Giants at the Cubs. Giants took the first, Cubs took the second. And here we go to the third game. Let's get our lineups here. And we're at Wrigley. Leading off for the Giants is Dave Marshall in left. Batting second at second base, Don Mason. Batting third, Bobby Bonds in center. McCovey at first. Dick Dietz catching. Ken Henderson in right. Fuentes at third. Lanier at short. And then Gaylord Perry, the pitcher, a right-hander. For the Cubs, Kessinger at short, Beckert at second, Williams in left, Santo at third, Willie Smith at first, in for Ernie Banks, who's out, Spangler in right, Hickman in center, Bill Heath, catching, and Dick Selma, the pitcher. I'm glad to have you on the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. I've got some personal issues, problems that I'm dealing with, but no one is going to cut my balls off, and we'll hope that I can muddle through it once again in this world. I'm a very unhappy person. Not emotionally in emotional crisis or anything like that, but unhappy. And Strat-O-Matic is one of the only things that helps me get through this life. And we're glad to have you. The Cubs take the field. There's Dick Selma on the mound. I might not be my usual wonderful, charming self this morning, but we're going to go muddle through this and try to enjoy a ball game. Dave Marshall will lead off. Selma is ready. He's into his windup. And the pitch to Marshall. Left-handed hitter, 3-4, lines it to short. Kessinger, one down. And we're underway here at Wrigley Field. And here's Don Mason. Mason, left-handed hitter. Selma winds, and the pitch to Mason. 5-11, and there's a base hit to right for Mason. Off of Selma. So the Giants have a runner on first with one out. Here's Bobby Bonds. And Kathy Horton has arrived. And happy St. Patrick's Day to you. Here's Bobby Bonds now. Selma will work from the stretch here. And the pitch to Bonds, 5-5. He struck him out. That's two away. Looking at the standings, the Giants are in second place, 2.5 behind the Braves. The Cubs in second place, 7 games behind the first place Pirates. It's 2 outs, Mason on first. And here comes Willie McCovey. Here's Selma now. And the pitch to Stretch, 6-9. And that's hit deep. Oh my. It's hit deep and it's gone. 2-run home run off of Selma's card. Not that McCovey needed any help with that. But Giants take a 2-0 lead on a 6-9 home run by Willie McCovey. And it's 2-0. How do you like that? Well, we're going to be compiling home runs and wins, losses. That's it at 12:50. This is 12:14, as you see. And McCovey's hit his share, I'm telling you. He had 45 in real world. So it's 2-0. And here's Dick Dietz. What a way to start the ball game. Cardinals Giants off to a 2-0 lead. Here's the pitch to Dietz for 5. Grounder to short, that's Kessinger. And he throws it out, and the side is retired, but not before Willie McCovey slammed a 2-run home run over the ivy-covered wall at Wrigley Field after a half. Giants 2, Cubs coming to bat. Here's Gaylord now to face the Cubs, bottom of the first, and Kessinger leads it off. Our next game will be the Montreal Expos at the Cincinnati Reds, continuing their 3-game series. And they will have Expos Jerry Robertson starting, and for the Reds it'll be Jim Maloney. Okay, Don Kessinger steps in now. Here's Gaylord into his windup, and the pitch to Kessinger. 6-10. He flies it to center. Oh shit, I forgot to put the ratings in. Can you all hold me for a second? God, can you believe that? Oh, let me put those in. Bear with me. Because otherwise I'll be looking over and over again. Doesn't take long. And we'll stay on that roll. There. Okay, back to Kessinger, 6-10. Fly ball center. Under it. Bonds, he's a 2. 13-2, he makes the catch, and there's one away in the bottom of the first. Here's Glenn Beckert now. Perry into his windup now. Here's the pitch. 2-10. Base hit for Beckert off of Gaylord. A base hit to left thrown in by Marshall. 1 out, Beckert on first. Here's Williams. Perry working from the stretch now. And the pitch to Williams. 6-4, struck him out. 2 down for Santo. And the pitch. 1-6, grounds it to short. Lanier has it over to McCovey, and the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit. 1 left. 2-0 after 1. Giants over the Cubs. Both teams in contention for their respective divisional races. Giants lost a heartbreaker to St. Louis in Perry's last start on a walk-off home run by Mike Shannon. So Perry hoping to come back here. He pitched great though, so he's going to need some runs from the Giants today. Here's Ken Henderson to lead it off. Selma on the mound. 6-6. Walked him. So Henderson is on. And here's Fuentes. Nice quiet morning. Fuentes switch hitter batting left against Selma from the stretch. Selma with Henderson on first. Pitch to Fuentes, 6-4. Catcher X. Heath, 3. Hundley is out. 15-3, and he fouls out to Heath. The catcher 1 down in the Giants' top of the second. Now Hal Lanier is the batter. Three 6. Lines it to first, caught by Smith. 2 outs. And here's Gaylord. Henderson on first, 2 down, top of the second. Giants lead it 2-0. Here's the pitch to Perry. 2-7, struck him out. That's the second strikeout for Selma. No runs, no hits, a walk left on base. And in the middle of the second, 2-0, Giants over the Cubs. And out comes Gaylord. Willie Smith leads it off. Here's Gaylord now. The pitch to Smith. 6-4. Struck him out. That's the second for Gaylord. Now Al Spangler. DeRocher has stacked this lineup with extra left-handed hitters today. Spangler, Smith. Williams already a left-hander. 1 out, nobody on. Here's Gaylord now. And the pitch to Spangler. 2-7. Fly ball center. There's Bonds, 2 outs. Mays is off today. Jim Hickman now with 2 outs, nobody on. Hickman playing center today. And the pitch. 6-6. And that is a ground ball to third, scooped by Fuentes over to McCovey. It's a 1-2-3 for Gaylord. And after 2, it's 2-0. Now comes Dick Selma. Dave Marshall, back to the top of the order. Marshall for 1. Selma winds and the pitch, 6-7. Grounder to second, Beckert. Uh-oh. That one may get through. It does for a base hit. Beckert could not get to it. So Marshall leads off with a base hit. And Don Mason is the batter. Okay, Selma from the stretch, the pitch to Mason. 2-4, walked him. So it's first and second, nobody out. Playing with fire, Dick Selma. With Bonds and McCovey up now. Bobby Bonds struck out. The pitch to Bonds. 6-4. Catcher X. Heath a 3. 2-3. He dribbles it. In front of the plate, Heath throws him out, Bonds. Runners advance, though, second and third. 1 out, and that's a beautiful opportunity to intentionally walk Willie McCovey for the double play. So it's bases loaded, 1 out. Infield double play depth, and Dick Dietz is the batter. Here's Selma now. 5-2. Grounds it to short, double play. So that's exactly what they wanted. That's exactly what happened. A ground ball to Kessinger, to Beckert, over to Smith for the double play. The side is retired, no runs, 1 hit, 1 walk, and 2 left. Middle of the third, still 2-0. Bill Heath will lead it off. Selma on deck. Here's Gaylord. And the pitch to Heath, 6-8, walked him. So the Cubs have a base runner here to lead off in the bottom of the third, and Dick Selma is the batter. He's a good bunter, infield in. And he lays it down, and it's a beauty. Oh, is that pretty. 7B, McCovey will have to field it himself at first, and Heath goes to second on the sacrifice bunt by Selma. 1 out, Heath in scoring position. Here's Kessinger now. Flew to center in the first. Gaylord. 6-7. And that is a ground ball to first again for McCovey. Steps on the bag, holding Heath at second. 2 outs for Glenn Beckert. Beckert singled. in the first. Here's the pitch from Gaylord, 2-7. And there's a base hit, and that will score Heath. A 2-out single, his second single of the game by Beckert. He gets the run batted in, and it's a 2-1 ball game. Beckert on first, 2 down now for Billy Williams. And the pitch to Williams. 2-4. Grounds it back to Perry. Throws to McCovey, and the side is retired. But the Cubs do get 1 run on 1 hit, a walk, 1 left on. After 3, it's 2-1 Giants. We got a ball game here, no doubt about it. Dick Selma takes to the mound again. He got out of a real jam last inning, thanks to the fielding of Kessinger and Beckert and McCovey for a double play to end the inning. Henderson will lead it off. 2-1 ball game. Henderson is a switch hitter. He's batting left against Selma. Here's Selma into his windup. The pitch to Henderson. 6-9. And he hits it long. He hits it deep. Oh, that'll be a double for Henderson. Almost left. Same thing McCovey hit. Same soft spot. McCovey hit it out. This one was a double. A 6-9. Left-handed double for Henderson to lead it off. Here's Fuentes, switch hitter batting left. Selma, the pitch to Fuentes. 5-2. He walked him. So Selma first and second with nobody out. And Hal Lanier. Gaylord on deck. Giants got something going again here. Pitch to Lanier, 1-8. Pops it up to second. Beckert makes the catch. Big out. And Gaylord. Infield double play depth on Gaylord. Here's the pitch. 5-3. He grounds it back to Selma. He's a 3. 7-3. And Selma turns the double play, a 1-4-3. Another one. This one Selma initiated to get the Cubs out of it. No runs, 1 hit, a walk, and 1 left. Middle of the 4th, 2-1 ball game. Good ball game thus far. And Gaylord comes out to pitch to the Santos, Smith, and Spangler. Not a big fan of this Smith-Spangler duo, but whatever. Missing Banks, missing Hundley. Okay, Santo 0 for 1, Gaylord. The pitch to Santo, 4-10, grounds it to short. Lanier, 12-2. And he throws him out, 1 away. Nice clean ball game, I think, considering. Here's Willie Smith. Smith struck out in the second. And the pitch from Gaylord, 3-8, pops it up to first. That's from McCovey, 2 down. And Al Spangler. 2 outs, no one on. And the pitch to Spangler. 5-7. Triple 1-3. There's a base hit. A 2-out single by Spangler. And Jim Hickman comes up. Here's Gaylord. 6-8. Grounds it to short. Lanier over to McCovey. And that side's retired again. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left. We've gone 4 full innings. It's Giants 2, Cubs 1. Very good ball game thus far. Dick Selma will face the top of this Giants order. Thank you for the retweet, Kathy Harden. It's much appreciated in my glamorous life. It really is. It really, really is.
Bitte für den
Okay, leading it off for the Giants is Dave Marshall. Selma on the mound, top of the 5th, and the pitch to Marshall. 2-9. Struck him out. That's the 3rd for Dick Selma. He's looked pretty good. I mean, he's gotten into some jams, but gotten out of it. A very good game. Mason 1 for 1 and a walk, singled and scored on McCovey's home run. Walked left on. And here's the pitch from Selma. 2-8. Grounds it to short, Kessinger. Over to Smith at first, 2 down. And now Bobby Bonds with 2 outs, nobody on. Bonds 0 for 2. Struck out and dribbled out to the catcher, Bill Heath. Is it Bill? Yes. 2 outs, nobody on, top of the 5th. And here's the pitch to Bonds. 5-8. Struck him out. That's the 4th by Selma, and it's a 1-2-3 inning by Selma. We're in the middle of the 5th. It's 2-1 Giants. Again, Giants took the first game. Cubs took the second. It was a 4-game series, 3rd of a 4. Heath will lead it off for the Cubs. Selma comes out on deck. Okay, Gaylord is ready. Heath walked and scored in the 3rd, the only run for the Cubs. The pitch to Heath, 6-7, and there is a base hit for Heath. His 2nd on base today, and here's Dick Selma now. Selma laid it down last time, and it worked. The infield is in looking for another bunt. Here's the pitch from Gaylord. And Selma lays it down again, but this time I don't think he's so lucky. He pops up to the catcher into a double play. Isn't that a shame? So now it's 2 outs, nobody on. And Don Kessinger 0 for 2 steps in. Here's the pitch to Kessinger. 1-7. Struck him out. And that is the 3rd for Gaylord. And the side is retired. No runs. 1 hit, none left. After 5, 2-1 ball game. Both these teams in contention. Either of them quite have the ability to win their divisions, especially the Giants. Well, McCovey leads it off. He hit a 2-run home run, then he was intentionally walked and left on base. Selma retired the side in order in the fifth. Here's the pitch to McCovey. 3-7. And he walked him. Always a safe bet with McCovey. McCovey on first to lead it off. Here's Dick Dietz. Dick Selma facing Dick Dietz. Here's the pitch to Dick. From Dick. Hit deep by Dietz. Oh my! To left field. Back goes Williams. It's gone. A 2-run home run for Dick Dietz. Again, we remember Dietz hit a home run in, I believe, this series. And that's going to make it a 4-1 ball game. Dick Dietz with the blast off Selma. Let's look at that again. 1-9. 1-11 off his own card. It's a 4. He's freaking gone. Dick Dietz. My Lord. So it's Giants 4, Cubs 1. Here's Ken Henderson now. Ken walked and doubled. The pitch from Dick. Pops it up to Kessinger at short, 1 down. And here's Tito Fuentes. Switch hitter. Batting left against Selma. Lord Dietz is hitting. Here's the pitch to Fuentes. 2-4. And that is a base hit for Fuentes. There's action now in the Cubs bullpen. Fuentes on first with 1 down, 2 in on the 2-run home run by Dick Dietz. Reagan pitched last game. Warming up is Ted Abernathy, the right-hander. Now Lanier steps in, switch hitter batting left. Selma from the stretch. The pitch to Lanier, 2-11. And he grounds it to first for Smith. He has to step on the bag, allowing Fuentes to advance to second, 2 outs. And Perry comes up. Selma trying to get out of this. He just 2 runs. The pitch to Perry, 5-9 right-hander, struck him out. 5th for Selma. The side is retired. 2 more runs on 2 hits, a walk, and then a 2-run home run by Dick Dietz. Fuentes singled, was left on base after 5.5. 4-1 Giants. And here comes Gaylord now. Leading it off is Glenn Beckert. He's 2 for 2 with 2 singles. Here's Gaylord now. The pitch to Beckert. 6-6. And that is a ground ball to third base, Santo. 1 down. Oh, I'm sorry. To third base, Fuentes. 1 out. Ignore that right there, okay? With Marshall. We'll get to that next time. So 1 out, nobody on. Billy Williams coming up. Williams 0 for 2. Here's Gaylord. And the pitch to Williams, 5-8. Grounds it to second. That's going to be Mason at 2. He's good, but that went through for a base hit. He's a good second baseman. He's 2. Williams on first, 1 out. Here's Ron Santo now. Santo 0 for 2, grounded to short twice. And the pitch to Santo. 3-7. And that is a base hit for Santo. First and third now. Williams goes to third. Cubs have something going. Willie Smith at the plate, left-handed hitter. Here's Perry now from the stretch. Infield double play depth. Pitch to Smith, 1-7, walked him. So Gaylord has loaded the bases with Cubs. And 1 out for Al Spangler, who is 1 for 2 today. Cubs have a chance here to cut this lead. They're down by 3. Here's the pitch to Spangler. 5-7. And that is a base hit by Spangler. Oh my. Off of Gaylord. Williams scores. Santos scores. Smith goes to third. And it's 4-3 now. A big hit by Spangler. It's first and third, 1 out. How do you like that? 2 runs in. First and third, 1 out. Here's Hickman. Pitch from Perry. 4-7, struck him out. 4th for Gaylord, 2 down for Bill Heath. And the pitch to Heath. 5-5. Fly ball right. Under it is Henderson, and that side is retired. But there were 2 runs for the Cubs. 3 singles, a walk, 2 left on. A 2-run single by Al Spangler, who's 2 for 3 today. After 6, we got a ball game, 4-3 now. And here comes Selma. And Marshall will lead it off. Marshall, left-handed hitter. Here's the pitch from Selma. 4-7. Walked him. So Selma walks to start it off. That's not exactly how you want to start it off, but if you're Dick Selma, but okay, Marshall is on. And here's Don Mason. Giants 4, Cubs 3, top of the 7th. Here's the pitch to Mason. 1-10, he grounds it to second for the force. So it's 1 out, Mason on first, and Bobby Bonds. Selma from the stretch. And the pitch to Bonds, 5-3. That's a ground ball back to Selma. He's a 3. 1-3, it goes through. Mason rounds second and goes to third. So it's first and third, 1 out. Giants on the hunt again. And here's McCovey. Willie, a 2-run home run, walked twice, once intentionally. Scored when he was walked unintentionally in the 6th on the home run by Dietz. It's first and third, 1 out. Infield double play depth, Selma. And the pitch to McCovey. 6-5. Struck him out. Oh, that's a big strikeout by Dick Selma. Trying to keep the Cubs in this. They're down by 1, 4-3. And here's Dick Dietz. Dick Dietz has been hitting up a storm. 2 outs, first and third. Here's Selma. The pitch to Dick, 3-5. Struck him out. And the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, a walk, 2 left. Middle of the 7th. It's a 4-3 ball game. Wow. And Gaylord will take the mound. And that's going to be it for Dick Selma. I'm telling you, he pitched okay, but he's the loser of record. He pitched 7. He allowed 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits. He walked 6, 1 of them intentionally, 7 strikeouts, and he allowed 4 runs. And Ted Abernathy will be the new pitcher when it comes time, because there's going to be a pinch hitter to lead it off. Gaylord waiting. The hitter will be Paul Popovich. to lead it off. And he will be the pinch hitter and face Gaylord Perry, but not before I take a 2 to 3 minute break. Clear my head a little bit, and we'll get back. We'll finish this ball game no matter what, even if it's extra innings. (4-3) Giants. Popovich pinch hitting for Selma in the bottom of the 7th to lead it off. I'll be back, Kathy Harden. Thank you. Indeed. Oh, Lord. Oh. It's nice and cool here in Florida today. I have the AC off, the window open. It's beautiful. I'll be back. Well, we're back, and quite a ball game we have. If you're just joining us, this is the third of a four-game series. Giants took the first, Cubs the second. July 30, 1969. Perry and Selma going at it. 4-3 Giants. Bottom of the seventh, Popovich will hit for Dick Selma. Popovich is a switch hitter. He'll hit left. Milk and water. Here's Popovich now. Perry is ready. Perry trying to avoid another disaster when he lost in a heartbreak to Bob Gibson when the Giants were in St. Louis on a walk-off in the bottom of the 11th by Shannon. Here's Popovich now. Perry, he winds and the pitch to Popovich. 5-8 left. Grounds it to second. That's for Mason. 2-2. That looks like it's going through, and it is. So Popovich singles to lead it off. A pinch hit single by Paul Popovich, the tying run. And Don Kessinger is the batter. Could be a bunt situation. The infield is in, looking for that. Here's Perry from the stretch. The pitch to Kessinger. 3-7. He doesn't bunt. He taps it back to Perry, who forces Popovich at second, and now Kessinger is on base. 1 out. Here's Beckert now. Kessinger on first, 1 down. Becker 2 for 3 today with 2 singles. Here's the pitch. 4-7. He struck him out, and oh, is that rare? Beckert is rarely struck out. So that's 2 away. Big out for Perry and Billy Williams. Here's the pitch from Perry. 5-3, grounds it back to Perry. He's a 1. 8-1, and he throws him out. And that retires the side. A little dribbler by Williams. Back to Gaylord. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. It's 4-3 after 7. And the new pitcher for the Cubs is Ted Abernathy. He is a right-hander. Takes his warm-ups on the mound. And Ken Henderson leads it off. 1 for 2, a double and a walk. Abernathy is ready. Here's Abernathy. The pitch to Henderson, switch hitter batting left. And the pitch, 5-12, grounds it back to Abernathy. He's a 2. 15-2, that don't smell right. No, it's good. He threw him out. 1 out. Okay. Now Tito Fuentes, 1 for 2 with a walk. Top of the 8th. Giants 4, Cubs 3. Fuentes is a switch hitter. Pitch from Abernathy. 2-6. Base hit to left. Williams throws it in. Second single, second hit for Fuentes today. He's on first, 1 out, and here's Hal Lanier. 0 for 3. Perry out on deck. Pitch to Lanier. 4-9. Left-hander. Walked him. First and second, 1 out for Gaylord Perry. Perry 0 for 3, struck out twice. It's Lanier on first, Fuentes on second, 1 out. And the pitch to Gaylord. 6-9, right-hander, fly ball center. Under it is Hickman. He makes the catch, throws it in. Runners hold, 2 outs, first and second for Dave Marshall. Marshall 1 for 3 today with a walk. Abernathy trying to get out of this, keep the Cubs one run behind. Here's the pitch to Marshall. First and second, 2 out. 5-7, grounds it to short. Kessinger, 15-2. Oh, and Kessinger throws him out, and that side is retired. Abernathy gets out of it, no runs, 1 hit, 1 walk, 2 left. Bottom of the 8th, 4-3 Giants. Here come the Cubs. Perry has gone all the way. This is his endurance inning is the 9th. Wow. Lord, that's some endurance. Here's Ron Santo to lead it off. Cubs trail by 1, bottom of the 8th here. Okay, Perry is ready. Here's the pitch to Santo. 3-6. And that's hit well. It's a base hit for Santo. His second hit, both singles of the game. Santo tying run on first. Here's Willie Smith now. Perry working from the stretch here. Smith 0 for 2 with a walk. Here's the pitch from Gaylord. 5-7. And that is a base hit for Smith. Santo, round second, goes to third. Cubs have first and third. The tying and go-ahead runs on base. Al Spangler now. The infield is in. Trying to cut off the runner on third. Spangler 2 for 3. Here's the pitch to Al. 1-9, and he lines it to second, caught by Mason. Big out, 1 away. Now infield goes to double play depth for Jim Hickman. 1 out, first and third. Perry. And the pitch to Hickman. 2-12. Fly ball center. Under it is Bonds, and he makes the catch, and Santo tags with the tying run. Oh my, that's exactly what they needed. The Cubs needed Santo to do. A high, long fly ball to center field Hickman, and tagging is Santo, and it's a 4-4 ball game, just like that. So it's 2 outs with Smith on first, and Bill Heath is the batter. I know it, Kathy. I know it. Here's the pitch to Heath. 6-7. And that is a ground ball to first. McCovey has it, and the side is retired. But 1 more run for the Cubs on 2 singles. A sacrifice fly by Hickman to Bonds. Bonds has a good arm, but it was hit so high and deep that Santo easily tagged. It's a 4-4 ball game after 8. How do you like that? Lord help me. And here comes Abernathy now. 9th inning. Mason will lead it off. What a game it's been. Mason, left-handed hitter. Here's Abernathy winding. And the pitch to Mason, 2-5. He flies it to right, and Spangler makes the catch. 1 down. Now Bobby Bonds. We're all tied up here at Wrigley. Quite a ball game here. Here's Bonds now, 1 for 4. And the pitch, 1-7, struck him out. That's the first strikeout by Abernathy. 2 down for Stretch McCovey. 2-run home run, walked twice, once intentionally, and struck out. Abernathy into his windup. Here's the pitch to Stretch. 2-6, walked him. So there's the go-ahead run. But with 2 outs, and Dick Dietz with the 2-run home run in the 5th. I think his 2nd of this series. Here's the pitch to Dietz. 4-3, grounds it to first. That's Smithy's a 4. 1-4, it goes through for a base hit, and McCovey goes to third on that. So it's first and third, 2 outs. Abernathy in trouble here. Here's Ken Henderson now. Clutch situation for Ken. Switch hitter batting left. Dietz on first, McCovey on third, 2 down. Top of the 9th, 4-4 ball game. And the pitch to Henderson. 1-9, and he flies it to left. It's a lazy fly, and Williams makes the catch, and that side is retired. Abernathy gets out of it. We're heading to the bottom of the 9th. It's 4-4 Cubs with last licks, and Perry will pitch, and there'll be another pinch hitter, this one for Abernathy. They're in it to win it. Abernathy ended up pitching 2 innings. Allowed 2 hits. He walked 2, struck out 1, and no runs. They have not selected their... Buckle up, indeed. They have not selected their pitcher because they may not need a pitcher. I'm going to check the schedule to see if Ernie Banks pinch hit, if who pinch hit. I like to follow the injuries there. They're built in because I follow Baseball Digest. Let's take a peek. No, Quayle's pinch hit. So we will have Quayle's pinch hit here. Popovich pinch hit in real world in this game. So that's interesting. So it's going to be Dan Quayle's. I'm sorry, Jim Quayle's. Dan was the, wasn't he the senator, the potato senator? Quayle's leads it off. Pinch hitting for Abernathy. If they do need a pitcher, there is warm-up in the bullpen. It's Hank Aguirre warming. Hank Aguirre, and he's a left-hander. So here comes Quayle's. He's a switch hitter. Will bat left against Gaylord to lead it off. Bottom of the 9th, 4-4 ball game. Here's Gaylord now. The pitch to Quayle's. 6-7, left-hander. And that is a ground ball to first, stop by McCovey. Beautiful stop. Steps on the bag, it's 1 away. Here comes Kessinger now. 0 for 4 today. Reached on a force out in the 7th. 1 out, nobody on. Gaylord. And the pitch to Kessinger. 2-7. And he flies it to center. That's for Bonds. 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. And Glenn Beckert comes up, 2 for 4, 2 singles, a run batted in. Gaylord gets the sign from Dietz, and the pitch. 6-10, fly ball center. Bonds getting under it. 16-2, and he makes the catch, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 for Gaylord. After 9-4-4, we're going to extra innings. The 10th inning coming right up. And the new pitcher is Hank Aguirre, left-hander. Aguirre takes his warm-ups. It's the top of the 10th. It'll be Fuentes, Lanier, and maybe I would say a pinch hitter for Gaylord. How long are you going to pitch that guy, huh? Lord. What a game. 4-4. Tell you, fans got their money's worth today. Hank Aguirre warming up on the mound. Making it his own. That's one pot down. And leading it off is Fuentes, switch hitter. He'll bat right against Aguirre. Aguirre is ready. And here's the windup and the pitch to Fuentes to start off the top of the 10th. That's 4-3, right-hander, fly ball right. Getting under it is Spangler, a 3, and he makes the catch, 1 out. Now Hal Lanier. 9 innings is plenty for anybody to pitch, so there'll be a hitter for Perry. Here's Aguirre on the pitch to Lanier. 3-11. And he singles to left. All the more reason to pinch hit for Perry. So that's it for Gaylord. Gaylord pitched 9 innings. He can still win it. Can't lose it. He allowed 10 hits. He walked 2, struck out 5, and allowed 4 runs. The next pitcher, let's see who they used in the real world. I should keep this thing open. This, when I play these games, that's a smarter thing to do. July 30. Here we go. Oh, God almighty. Rich Nye came in. I'm sorry. For the Cubs, it was a complete game by Gaylord. So we're gonna go with Ron Herbel. No, he pitched last game. Don McMahon. They've got pretty good depth in their bullpen. Don McMahon is available. And let's see who's gonna hit here. Etheridge and Davenport are available. They played. It's going to be Bobby Etheridge, right-handed hitter, coming up with Lanier on first and 1 out. Hank Aguirre. Lanier on first, 1 down. Here's Aguirre from the stretch, and the pitch to Etheridge. 6-9, and that is a stop by Smith. Oh my, what a beautiful play by Smith. The ground ball to force Lanier. Wow, so Etheridge on first. It was a 6-9, and that ball was smothered by Smith, and then he threw to second to get Lanier. But Etheridge is safe at first, so Etheridge on first with 2 outs. And here's Dave Marshall. Wow. Marshall 1 for 4 with a walk. We're in the top of the 10th here, 4-4 ball game. Here's Aguirre now from the stretch. And the pitch to Marshall. 3-9. Walked him. First and second with 2 outs. A base hit can bring home the go-ahead run. Mason 1 for 4 with a walk. Here's the pitch to Mason. 3-9. And he grounds it to second. Beckert throws it over to Smith, and that side is retired. So Aguirre gets out of it. No runs. 1 hit and 2 left on. We're heading to the bottom of the 10th. Here's Don McMahon, the new pitcher for the Giants. Perry will get no decision here. And Billy Williams leads it off. It's Williams, Santo, and Smith in the bottom of the 10th. Here's McMahon. And the pitch to Williams. 5-6. Struck him out. So there's 1 down. Now Santo. 1 swing of the bat could end this. Santo 2 for 4 today. McMahon winds, and the pitch to Santo. 3-9. Struck him out. Oh my. Sandwiched between a walk and a home run. That's 2 for McMahon. He's serious. Here's Willie Smith now. Smith 1 for 3 with a walk. And the pitch. 6-9. Struck him out. McMahon strikes out the side. Wow. And after 10, it's still 4-4. We're going to the 11th now. Lord almighty. Here's Aguirre in his second inning of relief for Abernathy for Selma. It'll be Bonds, McCovey, and Dietz. Lord almighty. Yes, indeed. It's a big wow. I gotta turn the AC on because it's getting moist. It's getting moist in here. I wonder what happens when I hit the dry. I'm gonna try dry. See if that can take any of the humidity out of the air. Let me close the window. Oh. Well, we're heading to the top of the 11th. We'll go as long as the battery lasts. Maybe a little longer, we'll see. Hank Aguirre will start his second inning of relief. It's Bobby Bonds leading it off. Here's Aguirre now. Winding, and the pitch to Bonds. 2-6, struck him out. That's not hard to do. In fact, that's his 4th strikeout for the day. Here comes Stretch McCovey. You got to pitch him very carefully. Aguirre gets the sign from Heath. He's set. Here's the pitch to McCovey. 1-12. and he flies it to center, and Hickman makes the catch. That's 2 away for Dick Dietz. Dick hit a 2-run home run, his second of the series. McGuire's ready. The pitch to Dietz. 6-7. Base hit for Dick Dietz. Lord, is he hitting up a storm. 3 for 6 today. Dietz on first, 2 outs. Henderson is the batter. Henderson, 1 for 4 with a walk today. Switch hitter batting right against McGuire. Here's the pitch to Henderson, 3-4. He walked him. So McGuire, with first and second 2 outs, and Fuentes comes up. Fuentes 2 for 4 with a walk. McGuire from the stretch. Henderson on first, Dietz on second, 2 down. Top of the 11th, 4-4 Giants Cubs. Here's the pitch to Fuentes. 4-4, right-hander, fly ball left. Williams makes the catch. The side is retired. So we're heading to the bottom of the 11th. It's still a 4-4 ball game. McGuire in trouble both innings, but got out of it. Here's McMahon. He struck out the side in the 10th in his first inning. Oh, Lord. And here's Al Spangler to lead it off. Spangler, Hickman, and Heath. Most likely a pinch hitter if McGuire comes up. Okay, McMahon is ready. Here's the pitch to Spangler. 6-8. Pops it up to short. Lanier makes the catch. That's 1 out. He's retired the first 4 Cubs he's faced. Now Jim Hickman, 0 for 3. Sacrifice fly in the 8th to tie the ball game. McMahon winds, and the pitch to Hickman. 4-10, fly ball center. Bonds going back. And, oh, it's a base hit, and he bobbles the ball. Oh, my. Bobby Bonds out there. Bobbled the ball. That's an error. That's the first error of the ball game. It was a base hit, and then he bobbled it, allowing Hickman to go to second. So Hickman on second with 1 out. And here's Bill Heath. Oh, my Lord. Heath. God almighty. He's going to hit. Look at that. Look at that frickin' Jesus. But he's going to hit because he's in the lineup. It's Hickman on second, 1 out. Here's McMahon now. The pitch to Heath, 5-4. Grounds it to first, 2 outs. And now there'll be a hitter for McGuire. He pitched 2, allowed 2 hits. He walked 2, struck out 1, and allowed none. Let's see who's going to hit here. 2 outs. Hickman in scoring position. Coming in to hit is Don Young, right-handed hitter against McMahon. Young has a chance. I believe it would be a base hit would be unearned due to the error, bringing him to second. 2 outs. Young at the plate. McMahon from the stretch and the pitch. 5-7. Struck him out. And the side is retired. That's the 4th strikeout for McMahon. No runs, 1 hit, an error. Left on base after 11. It's still a 4-4 ball game. My Lord. So there's a new pitcher for the Cubs. And it will be, I think it will be Bill Nye. Actually, it's Ken Johnson coming in. He's a right-hander. Ken Johnson. So Johnson takes his warm-ups. What a ball game. Leading it off, Hal Lanier, top of the 12th, 4-4 ball game. This one is really going something else. Extra innings, Gigi. Okay, Johnson is ready. Right-handed hitter. There'll be a hitter for McMahon, even though he's pitched just awesomely. Here comes Lanier, switch hitter, batting left against Johnson. Here's the pitch. 2-7. Grounds it to second, 1 down. I don't care how long this game goes. Go all frickin' day for all I care. So that's it for McMahon. Giants will have a new pitcher to pitch the bottom of the 12th, regardless of what happens. McMahon pitched 2 innings. He allowed 1 hit. No walks, 4 strikeouts, no runs. Jim Ray Hart will be the hitter, in case you're interested. The new pitcher. Will be Ron Klein. Ron Klein. They don't have anybody else. I'll tell you what. I'll bring in Lindsay. Let me see how many innings he pitched in yesterday's game. Bear with me. We're very serious about rest for pitchers. Very, very serious. Lindsay pitched 2. Okay, we'll let him pitch. He's there's no reason why he can't pitch 2 days in a row. So Lindsay would be the next pitcher. Frank Lindsay. Pitched 2 yesterday. Then we won't use him for a while. Here's Jim Ray Hart to pinch hit for McMahon. Top of the 12th, 1 out. Ken Johnson, the new pitcher for the Cubs. Here's the pitch to Hart. 2-5. And he grounds it to second, 2 away. So 2 ground balls to Becker, 2 outs. And the top of the order, Dave Marshall. Johnson winds. Pitch to Marshall, 6-6. Struck him out. So that's a 1-2-3 for Johnson. We're heading to the bottom of the 12th. And Frank Lindsay takes his warm-ups. It will be the top of this Cubs order. See, Lindsay has a 4 endurance. That even confirms more that he has the ability to pitch today after pitching 2 innings yesterday. Here's Kessinger. Kessinger 0 for 4 today. Bottom of the 12th, 4-4 ball game. And the pitch from Lindsay, 2-10. And that is a double off the wall by Kessinger to start it off. So here we go. The winning run on second. Glenn Beckert is the batter. Cubs have 3 chances with Beckert, Williams, and Santo. Lindsay from the stretch. The pitch to Beckert. 1-12. Grounds it to short. 1 down. Kessinger holds. Here comes Williams now. A base hit will do it. Could do it. Lindsay from the stretch. The pitch to Williams. 6-7. Grounder to second X. There's Beckert. 19-2. He throws him out. And Kessinger moves to third. I'm sorry. Yeah. Kessinger goes to third on that. So look at this. 2 outs. Kessinger 90 feet away from the win. And Ron Santo 2 for 5. Lindsay sure doesn't want to lose this one. Kessinger on third, 2 outs, bottom of the 12th, 4-4 ball game. Here's the pitch to Santo. 1-7, grounds it to short on the side, is retired. So how do you like that? After 12, it's a 4-4 ball game. Lord help us. And we move to the top of the 13th. Here's Ken Johnson now in his second inning of relief. Mason will lead it off. Mason, 1 for 5 with a walk. Okay, Johnson is ready. Here's the pitch to Mason. 2-7. Fly ball center, 1 down. Now Bonds. Bonds 1 for 6, struck out 3 times. Johnson in his windup. The pitch to Bonds, 5-10, catcher X, Heath a 3. It's a foul out to Heath, 2 away. And here's Stretch. Stretch hit a 2-run home run. He's 1 for 3 with 3 walks, one of them intentional. Johnson has retired first 5 batters in relief. Here's the pitch to McCovey. 1-11. Oh, Lord, just missed. A fly ball to left, and Williams has it. And it's another 1-2-3 for Ken Johnson. Lord. Here comes Lindsay. And Smith will lead it off. In case they have trouble, it will be, comes a point where you got to reach to the bottom here. For the Giants, they will use Ron Klein, a right-hander with a 5.36 ERA. If needed, the Cubs will use well, they really don't have anybody. They'll use Reagan, even though he pitched no, Rich Noy. He's got a 5.11 ERA, and he's a left-hander. So here we go, folks. Smith leads it off, 1 for 4 with a walk. Lindsay in his second inning of relief. Smith, a left-handed hitter. Here's the pitch from Lindsay. 5-8, and that is a base hit for Smith to open it up. So Smith, the winning run on first. Oscar Gamble youngster coming in to run for Smith. He's a 1-16. So he's running for Smith in the 13th. And Gamble will stay in the game. He'll play center field. And Hickman, he'll play center, and Hickman will move to, oh my God. Well, we'll worry about that when we come to it. We'll worry about that when we come to it. Here's Spangler now. Smith the winning run. Lindsay from the stretch, and the pitch to Spangler. 1-9. Lines it to second, 1 out. Here's Hickman. And the pitch from Lindsay. 2-12. It's a fly ball to center. It's 2 away. And Bill Heath. 2 outs. Smith on first. 5-5. Fly ball to right. And Henderson makes the catch. We're going to the 14th inning. And now we will try to figure out. We'll have Gamble stay in the game. This takes some thinking here. Gamble can play center. And that here. And oh my, what a game. Bear with me, folks. I have to find out who I'm going to be doing this with. This is tough. We're running out of people. We're running out of people. Lord, I don't have a first baseman. Let me just see. I hate to have to think like this. Lord. Well, I have to bring Banks in. I don't care how hurt he is. But Banks will replace Gamble to make it easy. I'm not exactly happy about it, but Banks is now the new first baseman, and he's not well. He's just not feeling well. We're heading to the top of the 14th now. And Johnson, who leads off the bottom of the 14th in pitching his last inning here, his third. And it will be Dick Dietz to lead it off. But folks, I got to tell you, I got to make some coffee here. Really, I can't be doing this dry. I'm going to plug in. If we get disconnected due to overheating, this game will be continued at a later time today. It's the top of the 14th. What a game, huh? There's going to be 3 cups, three scoops. Three scoops will make it. We've gone an hour and a half, which is pretty long for Strat-O-Matic standards for a ball game. But it is extra innings. I'm going to tell you, if it goes too long, the game will have to be called for darkness, suspended. The game may have to be suspended for darkness. There are no lights here at Rickman. So, one way or another, this game has been really, really something. Okay, Dick Dietz leads it off. Ken Johnson in his third inning of relief. The coffee is brewing. Here's Johnson now. Dietz, 3 for 6 with a 2-run home run. The pitch to Johnson, from Johnson, 1-6. He struck him out. Second by Ken Johnson. Here's Ken Henderson now. And the pitch. 4-10, left-hander, flies it to center. Hickman makes the catch, 2 away in the top of the 14th. And Fuentes. For 4, hitting left, grounds it to third. That's Santo. 10-1. And, oh, he boots it. Oh, Ron Santo, the great one, with an error at third base. First error for the Cubs. And Hal Lanier is the batter. Cubs hoping this is not an omen. Here's the pitch to Lanier. 4-7, left-hander, and that is a base hit. Oh my. First and second now. And there'll be a hitter for Lindsay. Lindsay pitched 2. He allowed 1 hit. The new pitcher will be Ron Klein. Ron Klein. He's a right-hander. Eventually, the pitchers get so bad who come in, someone will do it. But it's first and second with 2 outs, and they're going to have a hitter here for Lindsay to see if they could bring it in. And Jim Davenport comes up to the plate. He was actually used in this game in some capacity, I don't recall. Davenport steps in, clutch situation. 2 outs, first and second. Go ahead run on second base due to Santo's error. Here's Johnson now, and the pitch to Davenport. 1-9. He grounds it to second. Beckert throws him out, and the side is retired. No runs again for Ken Johnson. On 1 hit, 1 error, a sigh of relief for Santo and Cubs fans. And after 13 and a half, it's a 4-4 ball game. And there will be a hitter for Ken Johnson. So that's it for Johnson. 7, 9, 11. He pitched 3. Allowed 1 hit. No walks, 2 strikeouts. And no runs. And we don't know who it's going to be. Well, it would be Rich Nye with a 5.11 ERA. I think that speaks for itself if needed. But let's see who's going to pinch hit here. Coming in to hit, see if who's available. Nate Oliver, Ken Rudolph, and Randy Hundley. And, you know, I don't even know if Hundley is available, so it's going to be Ken Rudolph to lead it off. And Klein is the new pitcher. I think that's true. Yes. So Ron Klein steps in. The pinch hitter for Johnson. And here we go. Ken Rudolph, a very seldom used ball player, pinch hitting against Ron Klein. Okay, buckle up, folks. Here's the pitch to Rudolph. 2-8. Walked him. So Klein walks Rudolph. There's no one to pinch run for him. And here's Kessinger now. Infield in, looking for the bunt. The coffee is brewing. Kessinger 1 for 6 today with a double left on base. What a freaking ball game. What a freaking game. Okay, here's the pitch to Kessinger. He lays it down, and it's a beauty. Oh my, 7B, picked up by McCovey, steps on the bag, and going to second is Rudolph. So Rudolph in scoring position with 1 out. The Cubs have 2 shots here to win it, Beckert and Williams. Williams on deck. Kessinger placed that beautifully. Rudolph, the winning run on second. We're in the bottom of the 14th. Third of a 4-game series, Giants-Cubs, July 30, 1969. Giants took the first, Cubs took the second. Ken Rudolph, a third-string catcher who had 34 at-bats in real world, drew a walk from Klein, went to second on Kessinger's sacrifice, and Beckert is the batter, 2 for 6, with a chance to end this ball game once and for all. The coffee is brewing, in case you're interested. Sneak a cup. What a freaking game. Huh? What a freaking game. Harden, what a game, huh? Lord. Ugh. Okay, here comes Beckert now. A great contact hitter, even though he was struck out, a very rare event, struck out today. It's Rudolph on second with 1 out. Beckert at the plate. Ron Klein will work from the stretch. Oh. Here's the pitch to Beckert. 6-10. Struck him out again! Klein strikes out Glenn Beckert, his second strikeout of the game. He was struck out in the 7th by Abernath, by Selma, by Perry. Very rare event, 2 outs, and it's all up to Billy Williams. Oh my. Whoa, Ron Klein trying to get out of this and bring it to the 15th. 2 outs, Rudolph on second, the winning run. Line from the stretch now. Here's the pitch to Williams. 6-6. Base hit! The ball game is over. Rudolph comes around to score. Billy Williams with a walk-off single. And that's the second time the Giants have lost on a walk-off hit in this week. Oh my, what a game, what a finish. The final score, Cubs 5, Giants 4. Wow, what a ball game. Lord. So sorry, your Irish eyes are always smiling to me, and we're so sorry for you. The final score in 14, Cubs 5, a thriller. Johnson gets the win. The loss goes to Ron Klein. Klein pitched 2/3 of an inning. Gonna have to, I'm on 20% now. He pitched 2/3. What a heartbreak for him. He allowed 1 hit, 1 walk, a strikeout, and the winning run. So that's the ball game. We're going to put this one in the books. The Giants fall 3 behind the first place Braves, and the Cubs now within 6.5 of the first place Pirates in second place. Stay strong, everybody. Stay well, and we'll get the next game going as soon as possible.